Well, welcome in everybody. We're out here in the workshop. I'm going to do a little bit of spoon work, mostly on the bowl here, and we've been letting it dry and letting the sun get to it, and we even let some of the rainfall get to it and give it a unique color and stuff. But we're going to sit here and do some things. We had a big time thunderstorm. Well, actually, about 5 different thunderstorms last night and yesterday afternoon. More coming, and possible hurricanes hitting the coast down the road here a little bit. And so we'll see. Let's get our fan situated here. And get to this point. I'm gonna take it easy, man. This thing is sharp, man. I keep it nice and sharp, and it'll just peel it right off. And if you're not real careful, you're running through to the other side. Not to mention, you get your finger in the way. But yeah, we got a possible hurricane developing and stuff. Bud Files, good to see you. Awesome, good to see you. We'll spend a little bit of time in here in this workshop before it gets too hot. It got to about 90 here yesterday, and like I was saying, man, we had some thunderstorms, and I hadn't seen thunderstorms that kind of potent in a good while. And we got that tropical thing trying to develop up. We'll see how that does. Let's see, we still got a little bit of meat left to get through or work with. Morning, how you doing? Hope everything is going good in your neck of the woods. Yeah, man, we're getting down there. We're getting to a nice, comfortable depth. We got still got some meat, so goodness. Hear a crow out there. All right, let's get our little sanding block here. Got a little fan running down there. Supposed to get to about 88 Fahrenheit today, and real super humid. We got about 2 inches of rain last night, and there's more making up out there now. I figured probably got a couple hours for it makes another appearance. All right, so who else here? Nancy, good to see you. How's everything? All right. It's called a hook knife. You can get these on Amazon if you're so inclined to try something like this. This is a piece of nectarine wood from a storm damaged tree back June, May, late May, something like that. Yeah, I'm doing well. Everything is pretty quiet, pretty nice. It's real stormy, rainy. Got a possible hurricane. It's going to hit the Carolina coast down here a couple hundred miles from here. So we'll have to see what that does. Other than that, I'm doing good. Hopefully you're well. All right. Let's turn this thing around a little bit. Like this. All right, we got 25 people in the room. 2 thumbs up. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Here in a minute we'll unclamp it and I'll show you what the other side is looking like. Alright. Alright, it's starting to really dry up. You can see where an old branch came in. Another one over that way. You can see how, if you can think of how the tree was oriented, it was standing up like this, and the meat of the wood came up, branch, coming out. And whatever went wrong inside of it that caused it to break was right up in here. And you had another branch doing the same thing here. You can see the channel of the wood and branch heading out like this. Let's see if I'll put it a little bit shallower. There we go. Like that. And what I do is I put the finger up against the blunt side and guide it and turn it with your wrist. You don't want to do it wild because it'll put a hurting on you. And this right here, we were working on a hinge in the front door, and I had my hand like flat out like that. And that door came closed on it, and kind of messed up the fingernail and stuff. So I've been trying to keep it protected. I don't mind telling you, that hurt. Yep, it definitely did. All right. Got 35 people in the room. Got 5 thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. Hopefully everybody is having a wonderful day and weekend getting ready to come up. And for those of you in the South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia area, wait and see what that possible hurricane, Melda, whatever it's called, is going to do. I think latest estimate right now has it coming ashore down around Jacksonville, North Carolina, Myrtle Beach area, which is about, as the car drives, about 4 hours away from here, about 200 miles. I'm right here in the southeast corner of Virginia near Norfolk. All right. Bianca, hi. Positive poo. Make it 6. Well, I appreciate that, man. How's everything? Your respective areas. Hopefully everything is going good for you. Getting ready for a nice weekend. Yeah, we're getting there. We got a little bit more room to play with. A little bit more. Alright, let's put it up high here. Like that. See what we can't do. Got a little hump right here. That was where that limb came in. Like I said, this thing is sharp, man. So if you get one of these, I would recommend you watch some videos or practice with it before you actually start messing with it, because it will put a hurting on you. And they come in all different sizes and everything. All right. ST, good to see you. Hopefully your day is going good. It's a little camp spoon made out of nectarine wood. All right. Pretty cool colorations in there. We finally get this down to depth and everything. It really should have pops, and like I said, it's a camp spoon, so I'm gonna keep it stout. And we put it, you put it in your backpack, at your pocket, or whatever else, and it'll still be in one piece. You can get to your camp spot. Thought I heard thunder out there, but no, a jet. That's a jet. All right. All right. Strange clouds. You're going to use tung oil for the finish. Actually, we're going to use 13 Chefs food grade mineral oil. All right. And let's see if I can move you around a little bit here. See this jug right here, this old glass pickle jar? I poured 3 or 4 bottles of it in there, and I put coffee grounds in there. And the coffee grounds kind of gives it a nice, really dark color. And you can buy this stuff right on Amazon. And it's called 13 Chefs food grade mineral oil. Maintain, protect, restore, food safe. Not really expensive. And of course, goes without saying, coffee grounds come from your good old coffee pot. Yeah. Hi, Jay. Good to see you. I never thought of coffee grounds. Yeah, got coffee grounds, tea bags. Let's see what else. You can crush up leaves and let them soak in water, and the coloration from the leaves, especially when they start changing, like the fall colors, you get that red and all that kind of stuff, and browns and stuff. And then soak your spoon up in that. You can even add it to your little jug here, and gives it that nice dark color. The coffee kind of attaches to the the various swirls inside of it where the branches came in, and the various channels and stuff, and you end up with a really curious looking pattern and stuff. So 53 people in the room, 13 thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. Hopefully everybody is having a wonderful Friday. The only odd spot I got is right over there. I might have to do something about this lip. I might have to bring this one down a bit. That way we can sand that one a little flat. Alright. Strange clouds. I do finished carpentry, but I've been wanting to make my own cutlery and utensils. Maybe use a Dremel for the concave. Well, you know what? Let me show you. You can do just that, my friend. You don't have to use a hook knife. You can use a Dremel with it cuts all burrs. You use different types of burrs for it. So you can do that. I have been known to use all sorts of different tools. I still prefer doing hand, but I'm not beyond using Dremels and burrs and carving bits and everything else. Just to achieve that look. So, it's a good idea, man. Excellent. All right. Baseball and more. Good to see you, man. Nice to meet you, too. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. That way I get to see you all the time. And then I'll return the favor to you. Yeah, buddy. I agree. Yeah, be able to get off the material quicker. Sure enough. Because going like this, these sanding blocks, I like them better than regular sandpaper. Um, it takes a while. Sure, absolutely, I agree. All right, baseball and more. Thank you, Strength sub. Appreciate it. As soon as I get back out of the workshop and into the main office area there, I'll take a look at your channels and hit that button for you and interact with you as much as I can. Yeah, like I said, the only weird spot is right there. But then you know what? Might not be a bad place to put like a little tiny dip in it. That way, if you wanted to have your, instead of trying to come straight on to your mouth, you have a little side thing that you can put your type of soup go right straight to your lips. I don't know. What do you think? All right, man. Got 59 people in the room, 16 thumbs up. Yeah, like I said, man. Hit that like button and the subscribe button so I get to see y'all all the time, and you'll know when I'm getting ready to do stuff like this. We got a few more days of this summer-like heat, then it's really start to ratchet down, and we'll be able to get out our camping gear and head out into the wood line over yonder. All right, let's see if we can get this part of the place right here just a little bit smoother. It's really gonna be cool when finally get it sanded down to position. You know what? Yeah, strange crowd. That's a neat idea. What are you talking about? Like here or here? Either way, we good. And a couple times I've actually toyed with the idea of creating like a little bottle opener type of a thing. Or over the years, we've put like little two-pronged forks or sporks, what are we going to call it? Baseball, I really appreciate your friendship with it. Same here, man. I appreciate it. It's always fun to have a friendly person around and decent folks, and they like to share their interests, their passions, and all that kind of good stuff. Stuff like this, there's always something to learn from somebody, you know, because there's always somebody that's tried something that you haven't. On the actual spoon, but yeah, the handle would be good. You could even do a bottle opener, and that way with it. Yeah. And a lot of times, man, when I want to try crazy stuff, I'll use a whole piece of 2x4, because I know it's not ever going to get used to eat with. But I mean, like this thing here, this is I'm wanting to say this is cherry wood, but I just wanted to try some type of an unusual looking ladle, and it's got a strange arc to it, but you know, you can see where there was an insect void in there. But this thing's old, man. Really super old. But yeah, serrations. That might be a cool trick to try. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the screen here. Yeah, pipe. Yeah. I have never done a pipe. Have you done one? Yeah. It would have been an interesting thing, because it had a lot of heft to it, but it seemed to me like right up in here, it had like a lot of bug damage and everything. But it came out. It's unusual, but you know, I, mean, I guess it still work. I've never used it, but very interesting. Awesome, man. Baseball and more. So that's so cute. I love it. Yeah, yeah. All right, for those that are just coming in the room here, let's take a look. I'll show you what the back side of this thing looks like. And see where various limbs and stuff came in. It's so humid out here. It's got a kind of a moist feel to it, but we're not going to get rid of that until the humidity and all that goes away. All right, strange clouds. All right, let's see what you said. Flavorful cooking journey. You are very hardworking. I try to stay busy. I really do. Nope, but have toyed with making them. The hardest part seems to be getting the shaft of the pipe drilled out hollow. Yeah, I can see your point there. I was thinking about that myself. But my question is how do you keep the pipe from burning to pieces? You know, I don't know. Flavorful cooking journey, beautiful. Luke Honey Hunter. Hello and greetings from Newcastle, England, UK. Awesome, my friend. All right, Mata from Pakistan. Okay. Greetings from the east coast of the USA, Virginia. Nice to have you all here. Definitely. All right. Most of your heat is in the bowl itself. That's why they are the thickest part. I'm baseball more from Missouri. Flavorful cooking journey. God bless you, my friend. Well, God bless you too. And pretty cool that we can be standing in a little workshop here on the east coast of the USA. Be talking to all over the world, Pakistan, UK, Missouri, all over the place. Yeah, I was going to do this tomorrow live, but the weather's looking like really, 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 really bad. So, Bill, good to see you, man. Indiana, lots of corn and good old boys here. Okay, that's awesome, man. Yep. All right, flavorful cooking, outstanding. Yeah. If you look at your map and you locate Norfolk, Virginia, and then you look right across the harbor to Newport News, that's where I'm at. And almost totally surrounded by water. The ocean on one side, Chesapeake Bay, James River. Right out here, right on the tip of the peninsula area. All right. See, Luke says it is 3:14 p.m. here in the UK as I type this. It is currently 10:14 a.m. here in Virginia. All right, Luke. Strange clouds. Well, I'm getting out of here. Good luck and nice work, and I'll be back to watch more. All right, man. You take care of yourself and great weekend. Safe travels. Best wishes to you and yours. Be careful. All right. We got 80 people in the room. 18 thumbs up. Yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way I can keep tabs of your channel and all that good stuff. And flavor of cooking. Stay safe, connected, and please pray for me always. Best wishes to all of you. It goes without saying, got a lot of difficult times all over the place these days. So hopefully we can navigate our way through it without too much issues. Yeah. Main chef, hello, main chef. Raw meat eater. What the hell is even that, man? Well, if you don't know what a spoon is, man, I'm not going to try to explain it to you, but a spoon, man. Always got to be one, huh? Yeah. All right. Main chef, yes, I'm using that piece of nectarine wood for a hand carved camp spoon, man. Nice and thick, not gonna break in your backpack or your pocket or anything else. And yeah, it'll eventually get used. Mike is making stuff. Let him carve it first. Yeah, really. I feel sorry for people. You know what a spoon is. All right. Chester. Well, this is going to be a thick spoon, man. We still got a ways to go get down to exactly where I want it to be, but it's a camping spoon. It's going to be in your backpack, your pocket, your whatever you want to, and it won't break. Ethan, good to see you, man. Tim says I carved one of those during a war out of boredom, but it was not pretty. Boiled, clean, ready to use anytime. Yeah. Well, I have found that if you keep them sealed up with that food grade mineral oil, usually not a problem. And you don't leave them in the moisture. As soon as you're finished with it, dry it off and let it air itself out. Well, thanks, Tim. Later on today, I will visit your channel, man. Baseball and more. You had a phone call. Awesome, man. Good to see you, man. Alright, let's turn this thing up here like this. Let's see what we can't do with that one side there that's kind of abnormally shaped. You see where that limb came in? How do I pick my wood? Well, every wood I use is picked up right straight from the property here or out over across the wood line. We don't use any wood that you can buy from a store or anything. You know, storm or knock something down or over, or age takes the limb to the ground. Well, if I find it, man. No Walmart in the sandbox. Thanks for the mineral oil tip. Oh, absolutely, man. Like I say, we use 13 chefs food grade mineral oil. I'm gonna put it up in my little jar here, and then I mix some coffee grounds in it, and that brings out the dark colors and makes these type of areas really stand out. Yeah, I let it dry first, but I live in such a really super humid environment that it's something's always, it's going to have a wet feel to it until you can get it inside, and let the fan blow on it and stuff. And of course, when the cold weather comes, it's usually not a problem. It gets so cold it'll just pull the moisture right out of it. Yeah, we're starting to get there now. Yeah. Retirement days, comfort foods and more. Good to see you. All right. You love that sound of the sandpaper, yeah. Well, to tell you the truth, really having too many problems with cracking. I mean, once you um, do the initial sanding and let it dry, then get a few cracks. And a lot of times, I'll take a, I'll save the sawdust from the project and put it in a bag, then get a little bit of wood glue on my finger, and fill in the gaps like that. If the gap's big enough, and then sand it down. You can't even tell anything ever happened. All right. Let's see here. All right, man. Got 95 people in the room. 27 thumbs up. If I haven't subscribed to you or anything else, and you want that sub, or hit that button for me. That way I know you're there. But as it dries, let me show you, it'll get darker and darker, and the swirls where you had branches and limbs and everything like that will yeah, like a food grade wood glue swirl. Yeah, exactly. But don't put much, just enough to fill it. You see, like, you got maybe the beginning of a fissure here, maybe as it's drying. But if it opens up, just use the sawdust that you're saving from the project in a little bag here. That way it matches the color of the project. And just, get your wood glue on a Q-tip or a toothpick or whatnot and seal it up. And if you've ever worked with like fruiting woods, like nectarine and everything like that, they get these little pits in them, these little holes. And it's the same thing. You just seal them up and then give it a light sanding. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of spoon type sand or spoon carving videos in the live section. Then we get an idea of what we're up to. And actually, there's a bunch of videos in the main video section of me going out here into the woods, the garden area, and harvesting a piece of old peach tree wood or nectarine wood. Let's see what we've done. Peaches, plum, pear over the years, apple, cherry. I like the fruiting woods because they really have some really unique colors, and also like working with spalted maple. And I'm going to have to try that. All my stuff always gets cracks, but where it's really dry, so most of my stuff dries quick. Yeah, that's a big advantage, man, because I live right here next to the Atlantic Ocean, and I think right now the humidity is probably about 96%, and the air temperature is about 79 right now, but it makes it feel like it's 87. And when you stop working on something, you come out the next day, and you can just feel the dampness in it. So, all right, baseball. I just love that sound of the sandpaper. I want to hear more of it. Yeah, I mean, create a sandpaper soundtrack. I've had somebody else was saying the same thing, that and the sound of the hook knife doing its thing. Sandpaper with a light rain hitting the side of the workshop. Make like a holiday video. Definitely a lot easier doing this kind of stuff when the weather is cooler. you spend an hour or so in the workshop, and it makes you feel like it's been a workout, you know. So, all right, it's smoothing that sandpaper sign. You know, usually it's way drier than that here. Yeah, we had like 2 inches of rain overnight, and we got a possible hurricane that's going to make a landfall about 200 miles south here. So we're all kind of watching it, and even the big old ocean storms, even if they don't hit you directly, 200, 300, 400 miles out, you're still getting a ton of rain. Just like what happened in the mountains of Carolina and Tennessee and all that last year. Remember that was at Helene? All right, but see, we still got a little bit of room to play with. The thing about it here is, you take a scoop of soup or something like that, and you get too much, you can't even swallow it. So you don't want to make your spoon but so big. And you ever tried using a draw knife? Yes. Yes, I have. I got this smaller one here, and I got even a mega large one down there that I'll take out into the wood line there. Yeah, it does. It works quite easy. I got like a little spoon mule outside. I don't know whether you've seen those before, and I'll sit down and clamp it down and just gently shave off the handle or even the back side of the spoon. And again, right now we're still hot, but when we get to the fall, good into the fall, and the temperatures reflect the word fall, we'll get out and be able to do a lot more of this kind of stuff. Soothing, I mean, yes, I got you. That could be smoothing too, right? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we're getting there now. Slowly but surely. And then you got your detail knives. These things are sharp. Let's see here what else I got over here laying. Use a different gouges. Got all sorts of sizes. Got needle files. I like using these, especially around this right here. We got strops and everything else. All sorts of stuff laying around in here, and sometimes I'll clamp it down and I'll use some of these belt pieces of sandpaper, to work on the back side of this and the handles and whatnot. Yeah, buddy. All right. Wow. Beautiful share. All right. Appreciate that. All right. Super duper. Yes, it is. Okay. Free tips. Yeah, I give them out all the time, man. I'll be quite honest with you. I watch other carvers and chainsaw carvers and everything like that, watching their stuff, and that's one thing about YouTube. You're gonna be able to find a little bit of everything up there. Yeah, we're getting there. It's got maybe about that much room left. I don't want to push it too far down, but I got this little piece right here. Let's spin this guy around like that. Right. Yeah, fair enough. I do a little bit of carving, not much. Yeah, but you know what? That little bit of something might be a big help to somebody. They might not have ever thought to do what you're doing. It might solve a problem for you, for them, you know. And you might see something on somebody else's video that leaves you all day long wondering, huh, how come I didn't think about that? You never know. You really don't. Yeah, I thought I heard a little bit of thunder out there. Yeah, it's kind of starting to get that look out there, so we'll have to pay attention. And I do a lot of spoon shorts, you know, a minute, 3 minutes, 2 minutes of me working on stuff like this. And I use the little hooky thing here. Sometimes you get like a void, and we'll just pull that gunk out of there. Sound like the airport is doing something over there. I do more metal, and I hadn't even thought about doing wood. Oh, okay. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, man. That way I know where to find you. You may show me something that I ain't never seen before, which is very likely. I'm just a old dude in his workshop. I'll be 65 here on November 4th. So I retired from carrying mail some years back. Yep. Yeah, I did. All right, man. See baseball more. Well, thanks for the sandpaper sounds. It was so beautiful. I'll be back later today for me and friend Dave. Have a great Sunday. Yeah, you take care of yourself. Ethan, I did. We all learn from the rapture of each other. Yep. All right, my friends. It's great to have had y'all in here for a little bit. And I'm going to work on just this a little bit more here. Then we'll let it dry up a little bit. Then we'll continue on the next time around. Be safe. Take care. All right. Let's take this out of here and put it like about that. All right. I'll see you all later. Nice to have met you. Absolutely, man. Ethan, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. It's always nice to have nice folks in the lives and stuff to talk to and interact with. Yeah, it's starting to get nice and smooth in there. Got a nice depth to it. It's got a little hardness right here, and that's where that limb came in off the tree and went down the trunk. The same way over here. But that's what you get when you make stuff from stuff you pick up. It's not milled or anything. It's just sanded and carved and shaped by hand. You know, knives and stuff, sandpapers. Yeah. Really starting to get a nice color in there. Yeah, you like to get into the higher grits. You get mostly 60s, sometimes 80s, and that same thing we were talking about, like Dremels. I've got uh, this little attachment that can fit on your Dremel. It's got Velcro, and then you get the little sanding disc with various grits and everything, and then you got the Velcro on the back side of it. It attaches to the thing and put your Dremel on a really low speed and everything, because you put it on too high, Velcro's not exactly the most securest thing, and you'll be sound like a little gunshot, ding, peep, tap, all over your workshop. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there. Looking good. All right. Yeah. You like to start at 40 and work your way up through about two. Yeah, yeah. Another thing that I do from time to time is I get a big old rock and rub it on the wood, burnish it. It really creates a super, like it really presses the fibers in, and it gives a super shine to it. Yeah. Just find yourself a rock, and when you get to this point right here, where you might have a few fibers pulling up, you can burnish it. It'll press everything down, and when you're finished doing that, it's got a real shine feel, smooth feel to it. And then you can leave it blank, not put any color on it at all. But I like after doing that. But yeah, it's called burnishing. I've seen it done in pottery, woodworking. I'm sure there's other things that probably do the same thing too. But it just presses it down and makes it just a smooth. You can't even tell where there's any issue at all. Yeah. Rock polishing, yeah, that's what it is. Burnishing. Yep, there it is. So, but over the years, I've done a little bit of all of it. So, and it really just depends on, what you want your final product to look at, like, and everything. So, yeah. All right, everybody. That's about as far as I'm going to take this one today. And I appreciate all of y'all stopping by. And if you want to connect up, hit that subscribe button and everything. Hit that like button for me, and I'll keep in touch with you. And when I'm getting ready to do something, y'all know it about it and everything. So have a great weekend. Stay safe. I know a lot of you will be facing some bad weather, just like we will. So y'all take care.